So what am I saying, Erica? Usanyanya ufunga sterek. Tarisa zviripo. Right now, urusha business idea, enter www.madeinchina.com. Type any particular product. From a toothpick, you find it. From calendar, unewana. So nipanduti, Erica, ungafoirawo here, zvinhu zviripo, zvokukopa. Chiripo, chikotsvago one chokutora. Cellphone chaichaya, ukada uraima kuda kugadzira yako yonezita rako. Enda pamadeinchina.com. Unotonigadzira kanzi, Erica. Vanogadzira.
His name is Arthur Marara. He's an advocate. Joins us every single Wednesday here on The Breeze and talks to us. Good morning, Arthur. How are you doing?
Hey, Rika, what are you saying?
I'm beautiful.
Looking sharp, eh?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Not in that I'm beautiful, you're saying I'm looking sharp.
No, that's beyond beautiful.
Oh, well, okay. I'll take that.
You're welcome.
I'll take that. So this morning, and we've missed you, by the way.
Oh, Chawaga, quote after quote.
We've missed you, by the way. I had to say that.
Yeah.
But I had a good time as well. It was also edifying. So this morning we are talking about copy.
True.
Copy, photocopy, which copy?
Copy and copper. That's what I actually want to emphasize.
Copy and copper.
Copper, yeah, copy. The Shona is copper from copy. You see, one of the things that I want to encourage people, because a number of people are coming to me and say, I want to start a business, what should I do? Blah, blah, blah. My answer is simple, Eric. Copy.
We are also live on our Facebook page at Star FM Zimbabwe, so you can go check us out there. Arthur Marara looking magnificent. No. Found a new word. That's not the peng. When someone is looking good, you call them peng. So do go check him out right now live on the Star FM Facebook page. And today we're talking about copy. You can carry on.
Sure. So my advice, which I'm giving people, Erica, is copy. You're well traveled, I'm going to demonstrate why. This is a very important principle. The point that I want to start with is there is nothing new under the sun.
Sure.
You can't reinvent the wheel. And as a matter of fact, right now, do you know there is talk, they want to introduce Maviri as depression.
Yeah, for a while I've heard, yeah.
Yes, why? Because they're saying there's a technology which they've discovered, and guess what? It's already working, but this time it's working in space. So my space rovers, they're actually using this technology.
Can I just throw this in there? For my spikes?
I don't need my spike. So, so there is nothing new under the sun. And by the way, you hear so much about the talk about electric cars. Do you know that the first vehicle was an electric car?
No
the
way.
The first vehicles.
Wait a minute.
They were electric cars. Yes, they were electric cars. So, from electric cars, we went into diesel, we went into petrol. Guess what? We're going back
there
to electric cars.
Forbid the time we go back again to fuel.
So I want you to get to realize this, that the bulk of the things that we need to realize, they're actually out there. You simply need to copy and improve. So that's why I'm saying, everyone who is asking me, hey, I want to start a business. Copy, improve.
If you can beat them, join them.
So I want to make this a bit practical, and I want to show you why there are so much opportunities in Zimbabwe. The opportunities in Zimbabwe, they lie in what we call the developmental gap. So Zimbabwe is colonized 1890. And when we were colonized in 1890, guess what? One of the reasons why Africa was colonized is because Europe is industrializing. They're saying we need more raw materials for our industry. So what do? We go into Africa, and this is the point. When these guys were actually feeding their industries, that's already a developmental gap, people. Meaning the gap that you see in Zimbabwe and the other worlds, that's actually the opportunity for business. Somewhere, no business racho, meaning Basarako Erika, kuvura maziso, ona tizvisimo. Zvandonaisa munomu, zvandonaita chigadzirike, chijikike na Erika, chijikike na XYZ, and you make money, you copy. So see, the bulk of the things that we actually call innovation, as my innovation, it's copying.
Repeat.
It repeats. All right, I'll tell you something that's interesting. Star FM is not the first radio station in Zimbabwe.
But it's the best.
Yeah. But what you do, you take an existing concept, you digitalize it. That's improving. My digitalizer, you improve on the programming. My improve on the programming, you also improve in terms of the people who are running the thing. My pizza. So you copy, you improve. What copy improve? We are in business. And I want to tell you one thing. TV, I see no one. As a matter of fact, in Zimbabwe, I think Zimbabwe was one of the first countries in Africa, the first, to actually have a television. Do you know that? Then, right now, 1993 in South Africa, there is a channel which was started, which is called, I won't mention it. Why? Because someone has seen it somewhere and they're improving. Then, during COVID period, I want you to notice what happened during COVID. Many businesses started realizing that we need to copy and do things better. That's why you notice there are so many businesses that started doing deliveries. So no, what you want? Don't worry. Toisa kumba. Do you know delivery service? I see no one. Yakagara iripo. Just that Zimbabwe tata jara kuvingwa na customer. Then we realized, no, in the first world, COVID or no COVID, my customers were ordering things online and they were getting their things at home. And guess what? We copied. And I want you to notice as well that online shopping, you have to take, go on shop online in Zimbabwe right now. You have to push up because of COVID. I see no one. As a matter of fact, in the 1990s, Jeff Bezos popularized that when he started Amazon. Next, he realized, no, I need to go beyond books. And that's when he started going beyond just books and started doing anything that you want to buy on Amazon. And right now, those on Amazon Prime, they will tell you the experience. You buy something now, few hours change Africa.
It's
Copying,
like that.
very efficient. But what's happening? Rika, our fund was stranded.
But are we saying just copy? The copy that we're speaking of this morning? Is it copy business ideas or copy in life in general? I ask this because someone says to me, I was saying, I'm picking my high heels, and they said to me, Erica, you're just broke. When you get the money, you will wear them. So it's a matter of also copying the things that you see. So are we copying business only, or are we copying entirely?
Number one, copy what works.
Love that.
Simple. Shawan, can I with a serious speech, let's copy that.
Love that.
If being disciplined is working, let's copy that. That's my argument. Copy what works. Copy and improve. That's the point. So right now, that I will demonstrate today, I want to show you the number of things that really innovation and see innovation. Why? Because that is really poor. Can I take a bit to history? In Kenya.
Okay.
In Kenya, in 2007, a company called Vodafone introduced a system called M-Pesa. M standing for mobile, Pesa standing for money. Mobile money.
Okay.
In 2007. In 2011, in particular, 29 September, one of the biggest players in Zimbabwe, in terms of mobile money, launched their services. 4 years later.
Let's copy.
It's copying. So you simply take it somewhere, improve it, make it big. And you see, I want you to look at this. These guys, they made it so big to an extent that their platform was equivalent of a currency.
Yes, they actually.
So you copy, you improve. So I'm telling you right now, so 2007, this thing, China Bamba on Afghanistan, but Kenya, dominant. So what was their target? Their target was very simple. They were looking at people who were not banked. In other words, some bank accounts. So what do we do? How do we get them? Everyone seems to almost have a cell phone, a mobile phone. So what do we do? Let's ensure that they can transact on their devices. So right now, Erica, the bulk of the work at Slowita, I told you funga. You know that we improve 1, 2, 3 things. Then what we call innovation, it's simply usually
you are actually touching into business principles where you go into looking at your product, place, market, and also people. So you don't go to that product, not place the people who are going to buy it.
So what we call innovation mainly, it's usually copying on stereotypes. All right. Then in 2000, a certain guy was struggling to reach out to his girlfriend. So you'd call, you'd beep. He says, but now you could be patched to Moshaikwa. So he says, why don't we develop a setup where can I not to my phone and Instamari? I'm going to send a message. God, please call me. In 2000, some guy who was on attachment at Vodafone created Please Call Me Back. Now he's claiming $500 million from Vodafone. The Constitutional Court has already recognized him as an inventor of that. One way or the other, Vodacom had actually offered him 47 million rands, which is the equivalent of about 2.5 million. So in 2000, and I want you to look at this. The guys you see in Zim, I won't mention the names because I don't want to advertise them. One of them in 2010, 10 years later, they created Call Me Back. So what's the idea of a Call Me Back is, send a message, so in other words, yakatorwa, improve. So you don't need to be online, just use an SSD code. The next thing you're in mind. So, Erika, the bulk of our work is simply the work of exposure. Do that gap analysis.
To get you right, are you saying sometimes don't spend your time trying to create things too much? Just look around and see what you can pick and what you can improve.
That was actually point blank. Business kukopa, we improve a period. You apana chinyowan about a chicken. Chinongo say na flavor. You wonder? Chicken eat chicken.
No, hold on. I've got something for you. What did you say?
Apana chinyowan. Chicken eat chicken. Chinongo say na flavor.
Amen.
Flavor.
Amen.
Flavor. Flavor. Nobody knows you guys. Ngati sounds on your create kind sorrow. Alright, I'll tell you one thing. Do you know that an iPod was actually designed from a Walkman?
That's obvious.
Apple defended it by saying we took this thing from a Walkman. Do you know WhatsApp was developed from a text message? The guy who actually created it got inspiration from a text message, developed it. Instigate, the mall, was actually designed, copied from an NCO, Marshall, Shechuru, Majuru. They realized, no, we can actually improve ventilation by simply copying these guys. So Majuru, Agashanda, like go on National Geographic, they'll tell you the history. Designed after an NCO. Instigate more, where you're seeing it right now. Aeroplane, it was copied from a beds. How do they do it? How do they swing? So that's when you see that flexibility.
Yes.
Right now, the rockets, which were actually used to send people to the moon, they were taken from missiles. The guy who created the rocket that took the first people to the moon was actually a Nazi German scientist.
Who was responsible for creating
Yes, Werner von Braun. So they actually took him from Germany. He says, I don't know what we're forgiving you. They made him American. 1955, they made him American. Want me to make an American? Guess what? They gave him a position. This guy sends Neil Armstrong and the other guys to the moon surface. And this the guy in the 1960s was daring to say, guys, let's go to Mars. In the 1960s. Now Elon Musk is saying, let's go to Mars. Copying. Even Tesla. Tesla is not talking about Elon Musk.
You said
He
the
buys
first car was
it.
actually electric.
Yes, he bought Tesla from some other guy. He fires him. He takes over. Copying. I want to give you right now some of the things I want to show you. They get to the report. My drive-through services. But you know they've always been existing in South Africa. But right now, do you know that drive-through pharmaceuticals? Pharmaceuticals are winning more. I'm not going to put up a drive-through to my periods.
The efficiency.
Right now, drive-through banks. You don't even need to go into a bank. I'm talking about what I saw in Bank of America. I was there. You just stay in your car.
You need to also stay.
So what I'm telling you is because right now, it comes Zimbabwe. Next, Uber. Uber is game and boys are stranded. But you guys study transport studying. But let's develop a platform where you can actually see tomorrow about the Uber Kupi. So I mean, I say right now, here local companies they're saying they're also running more or less the similar concept.
Yes, and it also comes with the tracking.
Simple.
Put it all in one.
Copying. YouTube was developed from something called Napster. You know Napster? That guy had MBA plagiarism, pirates, whatever. The same model, Napster. Napster. That's what YouTube developed on. And they made billions. And they're making billions right now as we speak. Right now, there is a facility here, drive-through gas. No question, go to a cylinder. No question, right now as we speak. Right now, go to Walmart, advanced countries. This is what they've done. They're getting rid of humans on till points. They're putting machines. So no question, you go to swipe away. They actually also advertise. So right now, guys, no shops out there. Innovation is innovation.
You're about to put a lot of people, a lot of jobs, fam.
But that's the reality. Right now, I was talking to a certain lady behind one of the biggest cement companies in the country. They are doing what is called the 3D printing. In 3 days, in yes. And that house is stronger than the you can't even put a nail through. So, what am I saying, Eric? Right now, Urusha business idea, enter www.madeinchina.com. Type any particular product from a toothpick, you find it. From calendar, unewana. So, Erika, chiripo chikotsva go one chokutora cellphone chaicha ukada uraino kudagadzira yako yonezi rako enda pa madeinchina.com unotonigadzirai kanzi Erika vanogadzira it's there
And trust China.
improve. Every country. That's why COVID yakazoshika kunoku, because of the centrality of China. But because these guys, they're controlling almost each and every one of us in one way or the other. Mumbamako in one way or the other, there's a Chinese product. But what's the strength of my Chinese? They copy.
They actually produce the original, then copy.
My iPhone, I don't say mura. I don't for chichirimo. The next thing, Ogadrayao. AirPods, chichirimo. I don't say mura. Ogadrayao. Topandruch Erika. Zimbabwe, Basratinaro. Right now, I just borrow from Gastray. Get a copa. Let's copy what works. Let's improve.
Left me hanging on the fence here as to copying and almost losing my job because in like 10 years, there's going to be some sexy Erica on radio.
Yeah, robot.
That is a robot.
Yeah. But right now, you can't copy emotions, eh? So you're safe if your job involves emotions.
Thank you so much. Speaking there to advocate Marara.